Hello students. In this module, we will discuss salts. What are salts? What are the different types of salts? And how salts are prepared? Let us answer our first question. What are salts? These are usually the ionic compounds formed by reaction between an acid and a base, along with the release of water molecule or molecules. In this, the positive part comes from the base, while the negative part comes from the acid. Salts may taste differently based on their composition. Solutions of salts may be acidic, basic, or neutral. It is dependent on the acid and base from which it is formed. Fused salts and aqueous solutions of salts conduct electricity and undergo electrolysis. The properties of salts in aqueous solutions are the properties of ions. The salts are generally crystalline solids. For example, sodium chloride. Salts can be classified as simple salts, double salts, mixed salts, and complex salts. Simple salts are further divided into normal, acidic, and basic salts. Salt can be classified as soluble, as well as insoluble salts. Let us learn about all of these in detail. Firstly, simple salts. These are the salts that are formed by the neutralization reaction. For example, sodium chloride, magnesium nitrate, zinc sulfate, sodium bicarbonate, etc. Further, normal salts are the ones that are formed by the complete neutralization of an acid with a base. For example, magnesium nitrate, zinc sulfate, calcium phosphate. Acidic salts are formed when the incomplete neutralization of polybasic acids take place. Such salts still contain one or more replaceable hydrogen atoms. These salts, when neutralized by bases, form normal salts. Examples are NaHCO3, NaHSO4, Na2PO4, Na2HPO4, etc. Basic salts are formed when the incomplete neutralization of polyacidic bases take place. Such salts still contain one or more replaceable OH ions. These salts, when neutralized by acids, form normal salts. Examples are ZnOHCl, MgOHCl, FeOH twice Cl, BiOH twice Cl, etc. Next, double salts. It is the addition compounds formed by the combination of two simple salts. Such salts are stable in solid state only. Examples are ferrous ammonium sulfate, potash alum. Double salts are stable at room temperature, while they will lose their identity in the aqueous medium. When dissolved in water, it furnishes all the ions present in the simple salts from which it has been constituted. Later, we must see about complex salts. These are formed by a combination of simple salts or molecular compounds. These are stable in solid state as well as in solutions. For example, when ferric chloride reacts with potassium cyanide, it forms potassium chloride and a complex salt named potassium ferricyanide. One of the most important properties of complex salt is its ability to furnish complex ion in an aqueous solution. For example, potassium ferricyanide, when dissociates in water, forms potassium ion and a complex ion, ferricyanide. The last type of salt, which we must learn, is mixed salts. These are salts that furnish more than one cation or more than one anion when it is dissolved in water. For example, CaOClCl, NaKSO4, and NaNH4K, PO4, etc. Now, Let us learn the different ways by which we can prepare salts. For soluble salts, it is made by a direct combination of a reactive metal with a reactive nonmetal. Also, when a dilute acid, like sulfuric acid or hydrochloric acid, reacts with an active metal to form a salt and hydrogen gas is released. Similar is the case with basic oxide, but water is formed along with salt. The same products can be seen when an acid reacts with a base. Last is the case of carbonates with dilute acids, forming a salt, water, and carbon dioxide gas is released. Next is the formation of insoluble salts. It can be done by direct combination, when active metal reacts with nonmetal, like sulfur, to form a salt, which is insoluble in water. Usually, sulfide salts are made by this method. Next is the precipitation reaction, in which two soluble salts react with each other, or with dilute acid, forming an insoluble salt, like that of barium sulfate and silver chloride. Let us summarize. In this module, we learned salts are divided into simple, double, mixed, and complex salts. Simple salts are further divided into normal, acidic, and basic salts. Based on the solubility, salts are also classified as soluble and insoluble salts. Next is the preparation of soluble salts. It can be formed by direct reaction, especially halides are formed by this method. Next is when the dilute acid reacts with active metals, forming salt. Generally, chloride and sulfates are made by this method. Same products are obtained with basic oxides or by neutralization reaction. When carbonates react with dilute H2SO4 or HCl, it forms the same products, and CO2 is released in addition. On the other hand, insoluble salts are formed by the direct combination and by precipitation reaction.